Hey Maximizers, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Crystal, and of course, this is one of my vulnerable videos. This is my May 2019 budget setup. So I think for a couple months here, I've been sharing my budget with you guys, and it has been intense on my part. You guys have really been holding me accountable, and I've been holding myself accountable, just thinking, before I swipe, or before I do something reckless, I had to get on camera and show you guys, okay? So I am not perfect. I do have some debt and some numbers and some things I need to handle. I'm doing the best that I can for my situation right now. I've reduced as much as I can, and I'm gonna tell you guys my plan to continue to reduce, okay? So I'm gonna go through setting up my budget with you. I already have pretty much everything written in, so I'm just gonna go through, tell you guys everything that's going on, my plans, and what I'm going to do, okay? So if you're interested in seeing my May 2019 budget, just keep on watching. All right, Maximizers. This is my May budget, as I told you guys. So the first thing I do is a monthly spread. I do order budget stickers. These stickers can be found in Shay's Budget Shop from Shay Budgets on YouTube. And again, these stickers can be bought on Etsy, Shay's Budget Shop. Shay's Budget Shop. I will leave them linked in the description box. And I bought the ones for the Happy Planner. I have the Happy Planner full kit. And I have it not glossy. I have it on matte paper. So what I do is every month, I personally like to see when all of my bills are due. Anything that I have to pay, I need it in a monthly spread. So if you're just starting out and setting up a budget, the best thing to do, first step, is to see when is everything due. So I take the stickers, and she updated her kits, which is awesome. So now you write in what the bill is and how much it is. And then once you pay it, bam, you can check paid, okay? So first thing I do is I write down all my bills, okay? After that, I put in all of my paydays. I get paid weekly from my day job. So you're going to see this month there's 5 weeks, so I get 5 paychecks. And then I also get paid from YouTube, and I put my YouTube paycheck there. I do get paid from some other small sources, but it's not enough for me to really track a payday. So these are the 6 paydays I will be waiting on this month. Okay, we're going to go through each of the bills on the budget sheet. So this is just an overview I want to show you guys, and also to give you an idea. If you're just setting up a budget, this part is key, because if I know I get paid on the 3rd, right, and these bills are due, I don't know. Oh, this is the 1st. Sorry. I have a lot of stuff due on the 1st, so I forget I split them up. So these bills that are due on the 1st and the 2nd and even the 3rd, I pay them with the check I got. So my last check in April covered, the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd, if that makes sense. This way helps me visually to see that when I get paid on the 3rd, I need to pay everything that's due from the 3rd all the way up until the 9th, right? Because I don't get paid again until the 10th. So I do this so that way when I set up how much I pay or what I pay per paycheck, it's very clear, nothing's late, everything's always paid on time, okay? Hope that makes sense to everyone. So this is my monthly spread. And I also put in a little sticker. This sticker actually came from Elaine Michelle Studio on Etsy. So that way I can start to set up my budget. And I can tell you guys, for what I do, really in-depth budgeting, it takes me about 3 days to set it up. And that's probably about 45 minutes each day, because I'm so meticulous. I have to put down all the stickers and then write in everything. So one thing new that I'm going to add is I'm going to track no spend, because one of my goals is to do like at least this month I want to do no spend, but I want to try to do at least 15 no spend days. So I have these no spend stickers that just came from the Happy Planner sticker book, and I'm going to put one for each week. This week only had like 4 days, so I just wrote it in, if you can see that. So I'm just going to put a sticker next to each one. And outside of groceries and gas, if I don't spend money on anything else, I get to check it. If I spend money on anything else, it gets an X mark. It gets an X. And I don't have any that match the color of the kit. But I think next month I'm going to do a custom order with Miss Shay and say, hey, Miss Shay, can I please get some no spin stickers that match the color of the kit, so it can kind of go a little smoother in my spread. And I just honestly thought of this idea because Otherwise, I would have had it pre-done. Because the first time I shared my budget with you guys, I like recorded it and it took me so long. So this is why now I decided to do everything off camera and then just talk to you guys about the numbers, okay? So this is my monthly overview. Of course, if you have questions about it, let me know. We're going to go through each of the bills and everything in a couple pages, okay, right? So next, we're going to move into the next part of my budget planner. And just, again, because people always ask, this is a happy planner. I got mine specifically from Amazon, but you can get them from Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, happyplanner.com. But I suggest Michael's or Joann's and use a coupon. And I bought these extra rings from Amazon. They're larger because I have 3 planners in one. I have my budget planner, my life planner, my faith planner, all inside of this one happy planner, okay? So it is a happy planner. So I'm going to move this over. And specifically, I have a happy planner budget planner. And I got the budget extension pack. So basically, it's like you can put this extension pack inside of any classic happy planner for your budget. So this is my expenses. And what I'll do is throughout the month, as I swipe my card for anything that goes through my bank account, I'm going to write it down, except for my grocery purchases, because I give myself a certain amount for groceries. I do not write down my grocery purchases. I do not write any bills down. Any bills or any credit card payments, I do not write those down because those are budgeted things and those are things that I am supposed to be spending my money on. But this is for any other purchase. I write it down so I can keep track of it. So I have these 2 pages for my personal life expenses. And then over here, I have a page just for couponing expenses. And then I have a page just for business expenses. And I really like this because it allows me to see if it's a need or a want, right? Can you guys see that over here? Look at this one. And it allows me to see if it's a need or a want, if I paid cash, credit, or debit. Okay? So at the end of the month, when I do the budget recap, you'll be able to see, you know, my expenses and how many wants and needs I had throughout the month. So I really love this. And this really helps you if you're new to budgeting. Writing down your expenses really helps you to see where your money is going, right? If you're like, what am I spending my money on? Take a month and be very diligent about it. If you use cash, I would say save your receipts in a place. Get a bag or something and just put them in the bag and then you can go through them. Or if you swipe everything for your debit card, I just open up my bank account and look in the transactions. And if I do use cash for anything, I keep all of my receipts, but specifically the cash receipts on top so that I can make sure that they get added into expenses because they won't be tracked otherwise, okay? Hope that makes sense. And this is just an extra page in the event that I need it, all right? So next, we're going to go and check out my income tracker. So I track how much money I am going to make each month. So Crystal Main accounts for my salary at my day job and support for Kinsley. So this month with us getting paid 5 times, it is a lot more than what I'm used to getting. So shout out to God for that. So this month from my main money, I'm scheduled to receive $5,569.55. Okay. From YouTube this month, I am going to receive $742.75. Now, YouTube pays you a month behind. So this amount of money is what I generated in April, and I'll get paid for it on May 22nd. So shout out to YouTube. I do use my YouTube money for my business expenses, conferences, conference travel, and things of that nature. This month, I will be budgeting out the expenses. So you'll see at the end of the month how I spend this $742. And later this year, I'll talk about how I'm saving and chunking for the taxes, okay? Because I pay a significant amount of taxes at my day job, so I'm hoping that'll help offset it. And then I'm going to start putting chunks away in the summer, all right? And then I also have all of my other income sources. So Ibotta, Shopkicks, Checkout 51, Saving Star, Teamy. I do earn a commission from Teamy, selling my stockpile, and then coaching/Patreon, which I need to put here, will be another source of income that I have. I don't have anything budgeted because these things will vary on how many rebates I do, how much I put myself out there, how much I advertise will dictate how much money I make on the other half of these, okay? So this is what I'm supposed to be getting. As far as bills, we're only going to be looking at the $5,569. That's what we have to work with to pay our bills and do what else we need to do this month, okay? Okay, so let's move on to the next page, which is my favorite pages. Okay, so let's first just look at the paychecks, okay? Okay. I want to make sure everything's in frame because you guys know I hate this contraption and I'm trying to order and like look at another, trying to find another one. So I'll just do the top first and then, okay, so I budget out for 4 paychecks because that is the typical, my typical norm is 4 paychecks. So the 5th paycheck is technically extra and that's going to cover some additional things I need to do this month, okay? So essentially, I look at my monthly spread and then I go, what I need to pay with each paycheck. So when I get paid, I know what I need to pay. First, I want to let you guys know that I have like 5 different bank accounts, I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 6 or 7 bank accounts, okay? And I do that because instead of doing like the cash method where you get your money out, put it in cash envelopes and pay with cash, I just had multiple debit cards. I know it can get confusing, but I've been doing it for years and it's been working good for me. So first, the things that you see over here on the right, these are all things that are automatically debited. So every week, $135 goes into the daycare fund. Daycare is only $130 per week, but I do save an additional $5 for anything that pops up for school and then school clothes and things of that nature. With my couponing, I'm able to make whatever money is in there stretch. For instance, Kinsley's graduation, I think we had to pay like $30 or $40. And then she has graduation pictures coming up, so we're going to have to pay for that. And although I won't have all the money in that account, it's always nice to have something extra. So when they have field trips and stuff, I just grab some money from there. So I do put an extra $5 per week in there just for her. Every week I have $50 going to my grocery account. I have $365 going to my rent account. So that way, by the time June 1st comes, all of my rent money is there because every week I put it in there. And then also in that same account, I pay for a mattress that I financed. So I broke up that monthly payment into 4 and I have that amount going in there as well because I wanted that to just direct deposit, not have to worry about it. And I wanted the money to always be there, okay? And then every week I have $30 going to my savings account. And then I have $55 a week going into a travel/debt payoff. My pay structure at work got changed around and I used to use a certain amount of money per year to cover my travel and to cover my debt payoff. So since my pay got changed, I just go ahead and put $55 a week into that account. Now, after this month, I am going to reevaluate some things and see if that is the best use of my money or if it can be better used somewhere else. So I will check back into that, if not the end of this month, the end of next month. Because at the end of June, I'm doing a lot of traveling. So I'm probably going to need that money. All right. So those are reoccurring every single week. And then over here is where I put what I pay every week. So my first paycheck of May, which is today, I'll be paying my Macy's credit card, my Buy Power credit card, Quicksilver credit card, Express credit card, New York & Company, J. Crew. And then every week I give myself $25 for gas. And then the second paycheck, I'm going to be paying $25 to gas every week, $47 for Discover, $20 to iTunes, Credit One credit card, my First Financial credit card, and then Netflix, okay? And then week 3, another $25 for gas. We have my collections, my phone bill, DirecTV, and then the electric. And then last but not least, week 4. So far, you only see gas and car insurance, but I need to look at June because whatever my first paycheck in June is, which I think it is, let me look at my other calendar. First paycheck is on the 7th. So that means all of my bills that are due from the 1st to the 6th will need to get paid on with this paycheck. So I will, in the recap, you'll be able to see what I'm paying with the 4th paycheck. It's just that I have to pay them for May 1st, but for the June amounts can populate and I can reevaluate if what I'm going to pay with the 4th paycheck or what I'm going to pay with that first paycheck. I just need to look at everything, but I don't have the amounts yet, so I didn't want to put arbitrary amounts here and just guess, because they may change, okay? So I will be paying a couple more things outside of car insurance. I will re-update that here because it's going to be paying into the next month. So I hope that makes sense. I don't want to confuse anybody, but I don't want to put that I'm paying them twice in 1 month, because I technically am, but I'm not. If that makes sense. I'm sorry. Anywho, this is how I break up all my paychecks, what I'm going to pay. And now let's go to the budget. Now I'll go through this with you guys in detail of how much I allocate and why and what mistakes I made. I do have some cheat sheets on the side because I messed up a couple things. And there's been a couple months where I was trying to figure out, like, why am I coming close to budget or under budget? If I'm writing everything down, what am I doing wrong? And I figured out my mistake, and I'll share it with you guys in just a minute. So, for May, I budgeted out $1,315.20 for my rent, water, gas, and sewer. That is the exact amount because I've already paid it because it's like May 3rd right now. And that includes my rent, pet fee, we have valet trash, my water bill, as well as my sewer. It's all included in that amount. Internet is $68.55. It also already came out, so I know that is the exact amount. Gymnastics went up $5 this month because I had to move Kinsley up to the next class because she was bored in the preschool class. Now she's going to be with older kids. Hopefully it'll be more challenging for her. My BoxyCharm subscription is $22.58. That is the exact amount. DirecTV, I budget $66 because the bill is somewhere around $65 and some change. iTunes, I budget $20 because I believe I had two $9.99 things, so that comes out to $19.98. So I just like to round it up to $20. Netflix is $11.91. Then we have AT&T, which is where I have a bone to pick. So this is higher than what it should be by like $20, $30. I'm due for a credit, and I called AT&T, and they're saying like, oh, we're changing to a new system. The credit's in update. Your bill's incorrect. And I was like, okay, but you better not draft my account for this amount because this is more than what my bill should be. It should be around $340, and you have it around $370, and I'm not okay with that. So I will be calling them back in about 10 days because this is due on the 17th, and it drafts my account on the 15th. So best believe I will be calling them on the 10th. I'm calling them on the 14th to make sure that they are drafting the right amount. Otherwise, I threaten to go to Sprint, which I probably won't do, but I need them to realize I'm serious about my bill, okay? Electric, I budget $75 for. Disney, I budget $62.48. I live in Central Florida. I have Disney annual passes. Geico, my car insurance, is $164.50. Daycare. Daycare was one of the mistakes I was making. I was budgeting $520 because that's the cost of daycare. But I'm really putting away $540 every month because I didn't account for that extra $5. This month has 5 Fridays. So the way that I pay daycare is when I get paid on Friday, I write a check for the following Monday. So because there's 5 Fridays, that means that last Friday of the month, I'll be paying for the following Monday, but that still needs to come out of May's budget. So I hope that makes sense, okay? Okay, where was I? And that's why you'll see it at $685 because I have to pay for 5 weeks. Oh, and for summer camp, her daycare is going up to $145 per week. So I had to add in for that 4th week, I had to add in $145 because summer will be starting the first week of June. So I need to pay $15 additional per week. So that'll be another reason why I need to tweak and rework and reevaluate my budget at the end of May. SunPass, I give myself $15, although I do not plan on driving on any tolls this month because I want to recoup from last month. Beauty, which will include a tip for my wax as well as getting my nails and my feet done this month. My nails are atrocious and they need done ASAP. Savings, I budget $150 to save. Grocery, I've put away $50 per week for grocery. The past like 2 months, I've been using most of that to freaking eat out, which is terrible. But this month I am committing to trying to keep my grocery budget. I want to shave off at least $100 of those dollars. So I really want my grocery budget to be closer to $150 spent. I really want to get it down to me spending about $35 a week, honestly, because I've been doing really well. I'm getting a little low on certain meats, so I definitely will need to try to find a meat deal. But I'm confident that I can get that grocery budget down lower, okay? Personal, again, I have personal items and things I need to handle. So I had to up that personal budget because I am a natural girl and I get a lot of my products from CVS and Walgreens. However, Melanin Hair Care dropped in last October and I got a pre-order and I ran out of the oil, and that has been making my hair and Kinsley's hair so soft and so amazing. So I had to re-up on it, and I bought 2 of them because they were out of stock and I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to get them. So I did make that purchase, but it will last me for probably at least 3 months, and it's like a necessity. And I accidentally spilled almost half my last bottle, so that's why I had to buy them so urgently. So I had to make room in my personal budget to allocate for me buying those hair products. And there's something else I need to buy that's personal, and I can't think of it, but that's why I gave myself the $200, okay? Gas, $25 a week is $125 for the month. My Jesus money is $200 this month. Okay, so May is Kinsley's birthday. And I knew Kinsley's birthday was coming, and I knew I was getting 5 paychecks in May. So I didn't save up for her birthday like I usually do. I just said, hey, I'm going to get 5 paychecks, so I'm just going to keep that money for her. So I did budget $250 for her, and that is because we are buying her a new bed. So about $100 or so of that will be my portion towards her new bed. And then the other $150 is so that she can have cupcakes at school. And then we're going to have a birthday party at our local pool here, cupcakes, pizza. So I want to keep everything under $250, but I did just budget out $250 because this is her one time a year to have her life. So since she's still young and this is going to be her last year at her daycare, or her last, few months at her daycare, I want to make sure the kids have cupcakes and goodie bags and do all that good mom stuff that I usually don't do. So I want to make sure she has a fun birthday, and it's number 5. So that's like a milestone birthday. She's going to kindergarten this fall, and I won't have to pay for daycare anymore. So I'm excited for that, okay? And then my biggest mistake that I did not realize is I would do this whole budget, right? And I would allocate in my paychecks that $55 per week, but I wasn't allocating it in my budget. So that's a substantial amount of money, over $200 per month, that I was not putting in the budget. So that is why I was feeling the need to pull from that fund to make sure my bank account was good, or to pull from savings because I was under, because I was not allocating for it. And as you can see, I did this whole budget and I was like, something's off, something's not right. So I just kept, reanalyzing, and I realized, oh crap, you didn't budget out your travel money. So I had to put that in. So with that being said, all of this stuff totaled up, tallied up, is, sorry, this might be a different color blue. Oh no, it's the right color, is that one. $4,550.49. Okay? That's how much my budgeted items is going to cost me this month. I know that's a lot, but with Kinsley's birthday and upgrading my personal account and the extra week and having extra gas, extra groceries and all that, it took my number, up an extra $500 some dollars, because it usually would be lower than this. I think last month was much lower than this. So yes, that is what we are working with for this month for our budgeted items. Okay? If you have questions about that, of course, comment those down below. At the May recap, I'll put in the actual amount for all of these. And I do think I'm going to do a mid-month check-in this month just to keep myself accountable, to make sure I'm not falling off the beaten path, okay? Next is the dreaded debt. Okay, this is the debt. And let's go over my debts really quickly. It did increase from last month. So if you didn't see my debt recap from April, go ahead, check it out. I'll link it in the iCards here. I'm going to be so much better this month, and I have a whole plan. I'm going to tell you guys about that shortly when we get to my goals. This month, I did actually get a chance to put my debts in order from smallest to largest. with the exception of one thing. And I do have a plan to get this down, okay? So, the first debt I have is my collections, and this collections bill is from when I gave birth to Kinsley 5 years ago. It is down to, I had it down to $260, but it's actually down to just $200.66, I believe. So I called today, and I am going to pay it off this month. I decided to just let her draft me $210 on the 17th to get that completely done, and that'll free up $100 towards debt. How amazing is that? I'm so freaking excited to be done with that and take that off the board. So that is my plan. So I'm not going to do any additional debt snowball, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit because I'm going to just go ahead and pay off the collections. So I'm going to pay off the collections. Next, we have J. Crew credit card. It has a $341 balance. It has a $27 minimum payment. So I'm paying the minimum payment on everything else. And then I'm just going to handle that collections. Credit One, the balance is $673.38, and I'm going to pay $25 on it this month. The Buy Power credit card, it has a balance of $689.81, and we're going to pay $27 on it this month. Best Buy has a total of $716.31. We're going to make a payment of $27 this month. Express has a balance of $1,009.31. We're going to pay $41 on it this month. New York & Company has a balance of $1,021.60. We're going to make a payment of $65 this month. Victoria's Secret has a balance of $1,201.66. We're going to make a payment of $60 this month, which we already did. A Firm is the mattress that I financed, has a balance of $1,246.86. We are going to pay $154.48, and that's the one that'll be paid off in December. So I'm just going to pay that steadily until then. It'll be paid off completely in December. Rooms to Go is my one credit card that doesn't have any interest for 3 years, and I'm on a 3-year repayment plan. It is $1,311.07, and I'm going to pay $60 on it. I moved into my apartment. I didn't have any furniture, and I needed furniture, and financing was the only way I knew how to get furniture, right? So, yeah, that's why I have that one. Discover is $1,447.68. I'm going to pay $47 on that this month. The Quicksilver credit card has a balance of $1,470.05. We're going to pay $38 on it this month. Macy's has a balance of $2,413.42. We're going to pay the amount of $79.02 on that one. First Financial is a closed credit card, but they have such high interest rates. I was on a program where they reduced my interest and gave me a lower payment, but I've used up all of the programs I can, and now I'm stuck paying this big payment of $118. But the interest is so high, I think only like $10 of that will go to the balance. So the balance is going down slowly, which sucks for me. I hate that I'm paying so much in interest. And yeah, it sucks. So that is all of my debts. Now, I did use my Walmart credit card, which I talked about in my debt recap. I used it because I had a Walmart credit card a few years ago. And of course, I opened a new one. Why? Why? Don't ask me why. And it's paid off completely. But I do know from past experience that if I don't use it, they'll close it. And I don't want to reduce my available credit right now. So I bought something, a business expense, for $39. My shelf, which I'm so excited to put together, for $39 and some change. So I am going to pay $40 to that this month. There is no due date on it because I just spent it last weekend. So I'm going to pay that ASAP. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you my total debt. And then I'm going to tell you my plan for the month of May, okay? So my total debt is $17,111.73. I know, it's back up to 17. But this month, we're going to get this sucker under 17,000. And this is how, okay? We're going to pay off the collections. So that's going to take $200. And I budgeted $260, which was incorrect in the first place. So that's going to take $260 off that balance, okay? We're going to pay the $40 off this Walmart. So right there, we are at $300 down from this, okay? That's the baby plan for May. Now, if I'm able to reduce my grocery budget, whatever is left in my grocery budget, at the end of the month, I want to put at least $50 onto J. Crew. So if I could just reduce my grocery budget by $50, okay? $50. I am going to put that towards J. Crew, all right? Hope that makes sense. So my goal is to put just a minimum, I believe that's my goal. I put 100. I wrote down 100, but I'm going to say 50 towards J. Crew, and that'll get it under $300 because this, the interest on that is like $15, I think. So if I put $50 additional, that'll get that under $300, and that'll be a great place to be because I'll be able to snowball the $100 that I used to pay for collections. I'll be able to put that onto J. Crew and hopefully have that paid off. I could probably pay that one off in June. If not June, then July, because I have to start working a little harder on these. I've been slacking a little too long. So that is my debt plan, and it's going to be reflected in my goals that I'm going to share with you guys in just a minute. So I hope that makes sense. Someone commented, and I haven't had a chance to respond to yet on my debt video, that she was overwhelmed by my debt. I was once overwhelmed by it, but I have a plan. Now, have I been falling off the plan? Yes, but guess what? We all fall down, but we get back up. So I have a plan in place, and we are going to knock off this debt. Okay, I don't know by how much yet. I don't have a clear goal, but I just want to make a serious impact every month. And once I can get the collections and possibly J. Crew paid off, I'll be able to say we can, aggressively pay this off. And as I start to generate more income within my businesses, I'll be able to put more into my debt, okay? So no big rush. We're going to do the best that we can. As long as we are making progress, that's what matters. These numbers have to go down significantly. Like, we need to be well under $17,000 next month because there's no excuse for my behavior. If I can spend $200 eating out and $200 on a purse, I can absolutely put that money towards my debt repayment, okay? All right, so let's go over my goals, which I'm going to write on camera with you guys. So let me just move over. And I wrote them on a sheet. Oh, you know what? I didn't write down my total debt payments. Yes. Because I need to put that on the other side. I'm sorry. Before we go over there, we need to write down the total debt payments and put it on the other page. So my total debt payments are $917.50. That's what all of these payments allot to, I think. This amounts to $917.50, and then the additional collections payment, because I set this up before I called them today, is going to come from, remember I told you that travel and pay off debt amount? I'm going to take the $105 from there to pay off the collections. So we're going to go back to this page, and we're going to write down our debt total, which is going to be $917.50. Okay? So if we add those together, it brings us to $5,467.99. And that is going to leave us with a difference of, we're going to have an extra $101.56. Okay? Which could also be used for debt snowball. So that'll be a secondary plan. To use this additional $100 towards debt, if that can go to J. Crew. Could you imagine if I can put this 100 to J. Crew plus at least 50? I'll be halfway done paying it off. Okay? So guys, don't let my numbers overwhelm you. Use them as motivation to do better for yourself, like I'm doing it for me. I stressed out about these numbers so much in the past, and now I'm just like, you know what? Just dive in and get it done. You've made mistakes in the past. You know better, so now you can do better. So just don't freak out about it. Take one step at a time. I know there's things that I can do. That's why I'm working to generate more income so that I can be able to pay these things down faster. So that's that, okay? So now let's go back and go to my goal. So the first overarching goal, number one, is no eating out. Now, there's one exception to this rule is Kinsley's birthday. I do have to order pizza, but that's already budgeted in her birthday budget. I am doing my very best not to buy lunch, not to buy dinner, not to get lazy and get a snack. I will say I did buy some French fries today, but I used like my petty cash that's been in my wallet for, I don't know, probably since my trip. I had cash and I had like, $10 in my wallet. It's not in my budget at all, okay? So, and that was because I ate my lunch and I was still hungry. So next week I'm going to pack like double lunches just in case so that does not happen, okay? Hope that makes sense. So no eating out. So no lunch, no dinner. I have to stay strict to this. I really, really have to. I have a freezer and a pantry full of food. I buy food like every 10 days and there's no reason why I'm getting lazy, okay? Like I really wanted to get some crabs today, but it's like, why do you want to bust your budget to spend $50 on crabs when you can go home and there's food at home, right? Speaking of which, I'm probably going to cook myself something after this because I'm hungry, all right? Number one is no eating out. So that's a big one for me. My second one is just very basic. Just stay under budget. I'm sorry. So number two is stay under my personal budget. So I gave it $200. And as you know, the past 2 months I've gone over. I want to stay under that $200. I do not want to exceed the $200 personal budget, okay? The third one, I didn't realize, is to stay under grocery budget. So I gave myself $250, but I want to be under that severely. I want to be severely under that $250. No reason why I should be spending $250 in groceries in a month or using that $250 for anything outside of groceries, i.e. eating out and things of that nature. It cannot be done, okay? And I want to do it by, I just want to stay under budget. At least $50, if not more, okay? And then my last one, oh wait, hold on. With goal number 3, use the extra funds to J. Crew debt snowball. Okay? I want to put this in writing. And then my fourth goal, which I'm definitely doing, is going to be to use $105 from the travel/debt fund to pay off collections. And, I'm going to put a number to it for myself. A minimum of $50. So, these are 4 goals that I feel like I can make progress on and actually achieve them. If I can do this, if I could literally do this, then I will be able to literally pay off half of J. Crew this month. Between the $100 extra in my budget and the $50 from grocery, that'll be half of the 3 something that I owe J. Crew. Amazing. If I don't eat out, that means I can save money, right? I can clean out my freezer, and then maybe in June we may have to use most of the budget because we need to re-up on some things, okay? So I'm staying strong to these goals. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do a mid-month check-in so you guys can see how much progress I'm making on these goals and how good I'm doing within the month. All right. And then the only other thing here is budget review, which I'll come in at the end of the month and do a recap and review it all with you. Now, I do have this sheet that I just literally have notes for myself. So I'm going to keep this with me in some form or fashion if I don't carry the planner around. So that way, when it's time for me to sit down to look and reflect on what I did right, what I did wrong, I already put that. I spent $4 on French fries with my spare cash. And I already sold some stockpile. So I have that, but I want to keep track of it because I will get stockpile money and Lord knows what I do with it, right? Last month, I was eating out with my extra stockpile money, right? So I don't want to do that. I want to hold myself accountable and I want to keep track of everything, okay? And this is my savings jar, but I need to redo it because when I was being reckless, I used some of my savings. So I don't have everything that's on here, I don't have it because I used it. I was being reckless. So I want to just kind of like, you know, start over. But my savings goal for this month is to save $150, and it's saved automatically. So I don't see why I won't be able to achieve that goal. All right. So I pray that this helps someone. I really do. I pray that it really helps someone with their budget. I pray that this helped you see that you are not alone if you're struggling. If you need to know how to set up a budget, I believe in my March budget setup, I went through like some more tips on how to set up a budget and things of that nature. I hope this is in frame because I didn't even look. I apologize if it isn't. So I just want to help you all, and I just want to hold myself accountable because I know if I'm not checking in with anyone, if I'm not being held accountable, I will be reckless. In the past years, I have overdrafted my account just to get what I wanted, and that is no way to live, okay? I'm just grateful that I have enough money to pay everything that I need to pay, and I have a little extra to do a little extra as far as paying off debt and things of that nature, okay? So if you have questions, of course, comment those down below. I am looking for grace and understanding because this is very vulnerable for me to share my numbers, to share my budget with you all, okay? But you guys have been so nice and appreciative and supportive so far. And I just so appreciate all of it, okay? That's it, Maximizers, for my May 2019 budget setup. I hope it helps you to see how I set up my budget. I hope it helps you to see that I make mistakes. It takes me a while to make sure everything is together. Next month, I'll definitely start working on it a little bit sooner so that I can catch my mistakes and iron out all the kinks before I actually start filming, all right? If you have any questions, comment those down below. Tell me how your budgeting and your debt journey is going. If you need help setting up your budget, I can definitely help you do that. You can sign up for one-on-one coaching, and I'm also offering a Patreon community where we're going to be doing live sessions. We are going to be doing small group sessions. There's options for you to get one-on-ones with me every single month. So if you want more access to me and more help getting your budget, your couponing, and maximizing your life, I am your girl. So click the links in the description box and get started today. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.